I had a speech class, and our professor, this lady, she would you would ask her a question, and if you were wrong, she'd go, "Well, no."
You're not wrong. You're just
Well,
incorrect.
Dr. Schneider, and she didn't have a final exam, but she split the class up into two sides, and I think it was for extra credit.
Yeah.
But it was like a spelling bee. She would ask this question, and if you know the rules of a spelling bee, if you get it right,
Spell it.
you get back in the line.
Okay.
And if not, and there were people who didn't need extra credit.
Yeah.
And like ask me any question. It's like, is it Kentucky? Well, no. And then you sit down and you could color or do whatever.
So I do remember now that we're talking about it, I do remember one of my finals. I did have a final that was one question once. It was thermodynamics. It was advanced thermodynamics. It was the second of two.
Yeah.
And it was all, you can bring all your notes. We couldn't use each other students, but you had all your notes and everything. And the question was, describe the thermodynamics of opening a beer bottle.
Oh, dear Lord.
And it was a 2-hour final, but the professor allowed us 3 hours. He's like, it'll probably take you 3 hours.
Okay.
So, go. And
do you know how to do that?
I did it.
Okay. And you passed?
I passed.
Oh, wow.
I didn't ace it. I passed.
Okay.
Yeah. But the nature of it, now we're getting into engineering talk. We really have run out of topics.
Right.
The nature of it is what's up, Jim Timmerman? The nature of it is the assumptions that you're making and the laws that you're using. So you assume a temperature of the beer bottle. You assume a pressure on the inside, pressure on the outside.
Cincinnati's
The
comedy
podcast. You make assumptions of how the temperature inside is going to rise, how much the temperature just outside the bottle is going to fall, the amount of carbon dioxide that's going to come out. You could do all that. You just go crazy with it.
And when I thought you were the dumbest son of a bitch alive.
Yeah.
There you are. Pretty smart.
I'm thinking I didn't do it well, but I did do it.
Yeah.
But I do remember a moment of sheer panic. And all of us looking around for a good 5 to 10 minutes, like you and me, we're just looking at each other like, and we weren't allowed to talk to each other. We were just like, well, it was nice trying to be an engineer. I don't know. I guess I can do something else with make a meth lab or something.
You and I had night and day different college experiences because, like I said, most of my classes toward the end were broadcasting courses, and yes, there were some final exams with actual questions. One of my professors, Tom Headley, God, this guy, love this guy. We were sitting. This is when you could smoke in class.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. This is in the mid 90s. I'm sitting in class one day, and he's sitting there, and he's got a cigarette, and he looks at me and goes, "You know what, Darren? I hate this class." So he gives this final exam, and it was like 10 questions or something. The last question was, who is Alex Ogborn? Okay. Alex Ogborn is a guy. He's a singer. He plays guitar. He was widely known in the Johnson City area because he went bar to bar to bar to bar playing at nightclubs, and he was dating a girl in class, and she would not stop talking about him. Like every day she was talking about when me and Alex are doing this, and Alex Ogborn and I are doing this or whatever. And my buddy Nathan, he was friends with someone, and I vicariously knew him. But it was like, describe who Alex Ogborn is.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's hilarious. And so the reason he put that on there was because if you didn't go to class, you didn't hear Wendy or what's-her-face constantly talking about Alex Ogborn. If you skipped class and just showed up for the final exam, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Yes. Well, that's similar. I told you about Tay's class where he had to bring a mop to class every day at OU.
Right.
Yeah. So the professor came in the morning, or their first class. And he's like, everyone needs to purchase a mop. There's a Kroger down on State Street. There weren't that many places in Athens at the time, so everybody was buying it at the same place. I'm sure someone alerted Kroger that they need to stock up on mops because there's going to be a class coming. And every morning, now this story means something because you have actually met Tay.
Yeah.
Every time he's going to the class, he's walking with his stupid ass mop. And then the class before the final, the professor said, "Make sure you bring your mop to the final." When Tay said the guy came in, he said, "Does everybody have their mop?" He said, "If you have your mop, you passed the class. Congratulations, enjoy your summer. If not, I have the final exam for you here." And I can't remember. We'd have to ask Tay. I can't remember if anybody actually had to take the exam, but yeah, because Tay. We all lived, me, Box, and Tay, and another guy, Ben, we all lived in the same house together. So me and Box were just hanging out on the porch. We'd seen Tay leave for his final, and he came back like 20 minutes later. He's like, "I had my mop. I passed the class." He's just swinging it around the road. And it was awesome.
Like Judd Nelson at the end.
With the freaking mop. It was great.